at Ease. This is Everyday Spirituality with Pramukh, Swami, Maharaj. We're more than halfway through this book so far, and I gotta say, I've learned so much from Swamisri. I mean, he clearly lived a life where he was in love, at ease with everything, everyone, at all times. And I love learning about how I can be like that too. I think often, what would Swamisri do in this situation? Let's see, where did we stop reading? Swamisri did not compete or compare, not because he was afraid, but because he was content with the results of his own effort. To be eyeless is to respectfully withdraw from unhealthy competitions and comparisons, even if the odds are in one's favor. The day after the inauguration of Swaminarayan Akshardham, New Delhi, one of Gujarat's most popular journalists published an article in the Gujarati daily Divya Bhaskar, favorably pinning this new mandir complex against the timeless Taj Mahal. Swamisri asked the sadhus to call Ajay Umat, the editor-in-chief of the popular newspaper. Mr. Umat was in Delhi, covering the story, and raced to meet Swamisri in person. Swamisri was visibly upset when the journalist walked into the room. "What is this you printed yesterday?" Mr. Umat was stunned. "Swamisri, I thought you would like it. I said that this new mandir complex makes the Taj Mahal pale in comparison." Swamisri had read the article. "I know what it had said, and that is why I am upset. Why would you compare the two? The Taj Mahal is a beautiful expression of love and architecture. It is a masterpiece. Akshardham is a mandir, which is a Hindu temple or house of worship, and a symbol of our bhakti, our loving devotion to Bhagwan Swaminarayan. They are different and worthy of praise in their own right. Going forward, please do not compare anything that I do or build in relation to this nation's great historical wonders and leaders. I am a simple sadhu, a monk, who is just trying to contribute to society. I do not dare to compare with the greats. I did not build this mandir to outdo or outshine others. I did it as an offering to Bhagwan Swaminarayan and my gurus. My guru, Shastraji Maharaj, always used to say, your job is to focus on strengthening and lengthening our line. There is no need to erase, tarnish, or compare with others. Is that a fair request? Can I count on your support? That is all I ask of you." Mr. Umat nodded silently. This was the first time the journalist had encountered a leader who was asking him not to praise his own creations and personality and compare them to those of others. Mr. Umat grew fond of Swamisri over the years for this exact reason. It's lovely. Hello, Claudia Sal. I am feeling well. Thank you for asking. And hello, Gina. I am well. Happy to hear you. See you here. One year later, Ajay Umat's daily was conducting a poll in coordination with CNN-IBN titled "The Most Popular Gujarati Leader." The television channel was running the live poll results on a ticker at the bottom of the screen, and the Daily was going to publish it on the following day. There were Gujarati leaders from a variety of disciplines and categories. Religious leaders, entrepreneurs, political leaders, musicians, artists, and philosophers. After just one night of polling, Pramukh Swami Maharaj's first place ranking had almost double the votes of the second person on the list. Mr. Umat was surprised by such a resounding victory, that too for a religious leader. He was getting ready to leave for work that morning when he received a call from a sadhu traveling with Pramukh Swami Maharaj in London. Swamisri had heard about the polling results and was not happy. "Ajay Bhai, I thought you promised your support last year. Did you not assure me that you would never compare me with others or enter me into a competition of popularity or fanfare?" Mr. Umat tried to explain how he had very little involvement. The poll was being run by others, and he had not contributed to the verbiage or polling strategy. Swamisri listened but pressed further. "This is potentially harmful. It creates an unhealthy environment for followers of various religious leaders and upsets those who do not rank well. Besides, these polls mean nothing. Spirituality is measured in ways and means beyond any poll or vote." Mr. Umat explained that there was very little he could do, so Swamisri gave him an idea. "Why don't you remove all religious leaders from the poll? This will allow you to keep the poll active and not upset any religious leaders or their followers. I assure you, Ajay Bhai, leaving the poll as it is will upset a lot of people." Mr. Umat was confused. Why was Swamisri complaining? He was winning. He reluctantly agreed to remove the religious leaders from the poll. Later that morning, he realized why Swamisri had asked him to do so. In less than an hour after his conversation with Swamisri, 3 different religious leaders and their top disciples reached out to him to see if there was a way to change the results of the poll. Several of them criticized and spoke ill of those who had received more votes than them. One even went as far to indirectly bribe and then threaten the poll organizers. Mr. Umat quickly realized from these conversations how this poll would have endangered the social fabric of the region. He would have played a role in dividing society. His appreciation for Swamisri's eyelessness was renewed. The spiritual master did not derive validation from polls, popularity, or praise. Like Sri Krishna Bhagwan used to say, or I guess says, in the Bhagavad Gita, he carried on without any care or concern for the results and appreciation. Here, we'll just read one more page because there's a nice spot, a break in the chapter of different topics. Swamisri was equally pleased when other religious leaders of similar age and stature were awarded and celebrated. To be eyeless is to overcome envy. The Templeton Prize is awarded every year to an individual whose exemplary achievements advance Sir John Templeton's philanthropic vision, harnessing the power of the sciences to explore the deepest questions of the universe and humankind's place and purpose within it. In 1997, the award was given to a fellow Hindu religious leader who had lauded Swamisri's work for its perfection and efficiency. The organization's sadhus were dismayed. They wanted their guru to receive the reward. They were whispering about it during Swamisri's evening meal. The guru did not pay attention to their conversation until one of them asked Swamisri, "Don't you think that you should have received it instead of this other distinguished leader? All we had to do was nominate you. Everyone knows that your work far exceeds that of others." Swamishri kept his head down and continued eating his khichdi. The sadhus insisted, "Next time we should aim for something higher, maybe the Nobel Peace Prize." Swamishri would not engage. They mentioned it yet again. Swamishri looked up from his patar. "Why would I feel that way? He has done exceptional work for the region. I would have nominated him myself, and I am glad that he received the award. He certainly deserves it." It is a day of pride and joy for India and Hindus around the world. Appreciation trumps envy and ego. Swamisri was not interested in the noble nomination either. "I have the blessings and grace of my gurus and God. There is no greater reward than that. Serve without expectation for appreciation and awards. When others are recognized, celebrate it. Be happy for them. His award is our award." Swamishri sent the senior sadhus in Mumbai to the religious leader's home to congratulate him. He built bridges with his humility. Swamishri's humility was the ultimate unifier. It brought people together. His folded hands and his lowered head were the buffer between millions from different walks of life. His small I, literally a lowercase I here, allowed him to make space for people's expectations, desires, and egos. He had none. This brought people together and kept them together. Swamishri did not think about himself. He thought about the collective we, and therefore he was the ultimate humanitarian and an ideal spiritual master. His only desire was to be and to be known as a disciple and servant. Okay, let us end our reading of In Love at Ease there for now. Thank you for listening.